Hey everyone, today we're going to be learning about exterior angles of a triangle. So we started this unit by learning about the interior angles of a triangle, which were the angles that were inside the triangle. Exterior angles are the angles outside of the triangle, and we form these exterior angles by extending the lines of a triangle, as shown in this diagram here. This angle, DCA, is considered an exterior angle because it's outside of the triangle. You see, we had to extend this side of the triangle in order to create that exterior angle. What we're going to learn about today is the exterior angle theorem. And the theorem states that an exterior angle is, again, when a line is drawn outside of the triangle, extending the angle. The exterior angle theorem says that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles. Okay, what does that mean? All that means is, here is our exterior angle in this diagram. This is a little more clear. We have angle Z. The measure of angle Z is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles. So angle X and angle Y are the interior angles because it's inside of a triangle. They are non-adjacent to angle Z. Remember, non-adjacent means not next to each other. These two angles are not next to angle Z. So angle Z is equal to these two interior angles added together. This angle right here would be the adjacent angle to angle Z, but that's not what we want to look at because, again, the exterior angle theorem tells us that the exterior angle of a triangle, which in this case is angle Z, is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles. So since these are non-adjacent, they're not right next to Z. If I add up angle X and angle Y, I will get the measure of angle Z, as shown in this equation down here. Okay, so we're going to do a bunch of practice with this today. So number one, we want to find the missing angle, which in this case is angle U. Angle U is our exterior angle. It's outside of the triangle here. Well, the exterior angle theorem tells us that the measure of angle U is going to be equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles. Well, I gave you the measures of the two non-adjacent interior angles. Angle S and angle T are not right next to U, so they're not adjacent. So I can find the measure of angle U by simply adding up these two angles together, which is what I'm going to do. So 70 plus 50 equals 120. So the measure of angle U is going to be 120 degrees. Okay? Next one, we want to find the measure of angle X. Angle X here is our exterior angle. It's outside of the triangle. Okay, in order to find the measure of angle X, I need two non-adjacent interior angles. So I gave you the two non-adjacent interior angles. If I gave you this angle right here next to angle X, that wouldn't help me because that's not non-adjacent. That would be adjacent. So in order to find the measure of angle X, I simply have to add up these two angles together. So I'm going to add up 46 plus 81, which gives us 127. So that tells me angle X is equal to 127 degrees. Okay, next one, we want to find the measure of angle X again, which is right here. In order to do that, I know that that exterior angle is going to be equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles, which I again gave you, angle B and angle C. Angle B is equal to 15, angle C is equal to 25. So I simply need to add up those two angles together to get 75. So that tells me the measure of angle X is equal to 75 degrees. Okay, we'll do another one. I want to find angle X here. Again, it is X. This is an exterior angle. We're only looking for one of the exterior angles in all of these questions. In order to figure out the measure of angle X, I need at least two non-adjacent interior angles, which I gave you, angle B and angle A. I simply need to add the two non-adjacent interior angles together to figure out the measure of that exterior angle. When I do that, I get 103. So I know, the measure of, Measure of angle x is equal to 103 degrees. Okay, the next couple problems are very similar. I'm going to skip down to question 7. These questions are a little bit different. We want to find the measure of angle u. If we look at angle u here, angle u is not an exterior angle. Angle u is an interior angle, and I know that because it's inside of the triangle. I gave you the exterior angle here. We want to use this information to figure out what u is equal to. Well, if I know my exterior angle, I know that these two interior angles have to add up to be that exterior angle, which is 120 degrees. So I know together angle U and this 50-degree angle have to somehow add up to 120. Well, in order to figure out the missing angle, I simply have to subtract 120 minus 50. And when I do that, I get 70. Okay, whoops. So that tells me that the measure of angle U has to be equal to 70 degrees. And we can check ourselves because we know the exterior angle theorem states that this exterior angle has to be this has to add up to these two interior angles, and 70 plus 50 equals 120, so we know we are correct. Okay, next one, we want to find angle x. Again, angle x is an interior angle, it's not an exterior angle. I gave you the exterior angle here. Okay, so I know together angle B and angle X have to add up to be 125 degrees. Angles is 45. In order to figure out the measure of the missing interior angle, I simply have to subtract 125 minus 45, and I get 80. So I know the measure of angle X has to be equal to 80 degrees. All right, same goes for number 9. You're looking for the interior angle, angle X. I gave you the exterior angle and one non-adjacent interior angle. So to find the measure of that missing angle, you simply have to subtract 120 minus 80, and we get 40. So the measure of angle X is equal to 40 degrees. Okay, last but not least, here you're finding the measure of angle x. Angle x is the exterior angle that we're looking for. But remember, the exterior angle theorem states that we need the two non-adjacent interior angles. Well, the two non-adjacent interior angles would be angle C and angle B. I gave you angle B, but I did not give you angle C. I gave you the adjacent angle. So I can't use the exterior angle theorem, but I can find out the measure of angle x because look what I wrote. The exterior angle and its adjacent angle, the angle that's right next to it, are supplementary. They're right next to each other and they're on a straight line. So I can find the measure of angle x by simply subtracting 180 minus 123. And the reason why I'm subtracting by 180 minus 23 is because remember, supplementary angles have to add up to be 180 degrees. Okay, so we already used up 123 degrees of that. So in order to figure out how much left over, we simply subtract 180 minus 123 and we get 57. So the measure of angle x is equal to 57 degrees. Okay, guys, just to recap, the exterior angle theorem states that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles. Okay, so again, non-adjacent means not next to each other. And interior is on the inside and exterior is on the outside. Also remember that the exterior angle and its adjacent angle, so the angle that is right next to it, are supplementary. Together they have to add up to be 180 degrees. Okay, you guys are now going to complete the exterior angle of a triangle assignment. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.